Hi, this is John Kovich. I'd like to talk to you today about the country of Colombia and Akuani River Lodge. This country has become one of my favorite countries to visit as a fly angler, and certainly Akuani River Lodge has become my favorite destination in the Colombian jungle. Let me tell you a little bit about the trip and why I like it so much. So we fly in and out of the town of Bogota, where we spend the night, and then the next morning we fly about almost 2 hours to a town that is on one of the tributaries of the Orinoco. There, we get in a speedboat and we go downstream, down the river that eventually joins the Orinoco, then the Orinoco itself. It's quite adventurous, and then we go up the Vichada River and ultimately, after 4 hours, reach the lodge. The lodge itself is a really nice mixture, I think, of adventure travel and comfort. So the rooms are not fancy, they don't have air conditioning, but they got fans, and they got mosquito netting, and they're really comfortable, and the service is just fantastic. They're very friendly here. They really pay attention to you. The food is very good as well. We fish 2 days here for peacock bass, and the fishing is mostly in lagoons that are separated from the main branch of the river during the dry season. We hike into some of these, we push boats through little creeks that attach the river to those lagoons, and we fish those for peacock bass of all sizes. I love peacock bass. I can't really get enough of them. We expect certainly to catch several fish each week that are in the 20-pound range, and certainly quite a few that are double digits. After 2 days of peacock bass fishing, we get up early on the third day. We get back in that same speedboat. We go downstream again to meet the Orinoco, and downstream on the Orinoco itself. And there we meet a tent camp that the lodge has set up, the outfitter has set up. It's really comfortable. It's way more than I expected. It's in the shelter of the trees. All the tents are on platforms or wall tents, really. They've got a shower set up, a toilet set up. The cook comes with us. And then we take off and we fish 2 days for vampire fish, for Payara. And this is one of the most amazing places that I've ever been. The Maypures Rapids were considered the 8th wonder of the world by the explorer Humboldt. And it's otherworldly. It's kind of like fishing on the moon, I've got to tell you. You can only really experience it by going there. Anyway, we fished for 2 days for Payara. These fish you've seen pictures of. I've never met a fish that can pull like these fish do. They've got a huge tail, they're in really fast water, and it's a blast. I just love it. So we do that for 2 days, and after the second full day of fishing, we go back to the main lodge, and we spend the last 2 days fishing for peacocks again. I love this mixture itself, right? Again, I think there's an element of adventure involved here. I like the fact that we switch from fishing solely for peacocks to fishing really solely for Payara for a couple days. I love the diversity it gives us, and so I just can't say enough about how much I like this trip. I'm going to be doing it every year, I think, from here on out, and I'd love to have you join me. After we're done with our 6 full days of fishing there, last day we'll head back in the speedboat back to the same town that we flew into and fly back to Bogota. And typically, guests spend the night in Bogota and leave the next day, and again, that's included. So if you've got any questions about Colombia, please reach out to me. Again, I would love to have you along on one of my hosted trips to Akuani River Lodge.